has more than one royal family. Acknowledge me. And we're
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As always, I'm one half a dynamic duo twisted alongside Brother Pyro.
What's up, y'all?
And as you know, we are on the road to WrestleMania.
Mania season, baby!
We still got another month or two before that. But what also comes with Mania season?
There's a lot that comes with Mania season. And right now, we're talking Step 2. Step 1 was the Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. Step 2 is the Elimination Chamber.
Yes. I am so excited because, honestly, I love the matchups for this.
Yes.
I can't say that, aside from maybe one or two tweaks, obviously because the people have been in the spotlight a little too long, that I would have changed the lineup at all of the Elimination Chambers.
I think there's one person I would have changed come Women's Rumble. Or Women's Chamber.
Okay.
And there's one or two that I would have changed in the men's.
Okay. We'll get to that when we get to that. Starting off, we have the Women's Elimination Chamber. The winner of this one will go on to face Jade Cargill, the WWE Women's Champion, at WrestleMania 42. We have Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez, who all won their chance at this in triple threat matches on Raw and SmackDown, respectively. Before we get into our predictions, I did say this to you before the podcast, that if you look at the names of the women that we have in this, all of them, aside from Tiffany Stratton, are in tag teams. You have Rhea Ripley, who's with Io Sky, and her partner lost her qualifying match.
Rio!
You have Alexa Bliss, who's with Charlotte.
Charlotte
lost hers. Asuka, who's with Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors, who just lost hers on Raw. Kiana James, who's with Julia. Julia also lost her qualifying match. And Raquel, who's with the Judgement Day. And the only other opponent for the Judgment Day, because Roxanne is out right now, or the only other tag team that she would have would be Liv Morgan, who is the Royal Rumble winner. Who has announced on Monday Night Raw that she...
Who definitely made her choice very clear.
Yes. She will be facing Stephanie Vacchia. I did love that interaction, though. How everything kind of led up to that. However, going into our predictions, we are a bit all over the place. However, the main one that I see is Alexa Bliss. Me, you, and Desario are all choosing Alexa. We have Flash, who has chosen Kiana James.
Flash, you feeling okay?
He did say that he, knows that Mommy should be focusing more on the tag team title picture, which is why he didn't pick her. But
Flash has never been a fan of double champions.
No. However, when he looks at the lineup of the women, the one that really stood out to him because of how well she did in the Rumble was Kiana. We have Hex, who's along with Cursed, who chose Raquel. Cauldron went Tiffany Stratton, and Cursed also has another pick because he couldn't choose between the two, going with Tank and Rhea Ripley. So, safe to say nobody's picking Asuka.
Why would you?
She's in some weird dominatrix lesbian porno.
Literally only two of them make sense, and that would be Tiffany Stratton, a chance to regain the title that she lost to Jade, or Alexa, who then starts a feud with Charlotte, because you see the writing on the wall there.
Yeah, definitely.
But right now, everybody else has significant enough storylines outside of this
where they don't need it.
That, it wouldn't make sense. And you don't want to have somebody involved in too many things at once.
Agreed. Unless they're going to be one of the competitors and just completely drop the storyline and here's a brand new one that you now have to pay attention to.
Right.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think Alexa Bliss would be the best choice here. obviously given my pick. But I also did read that if Mommy were to win, then within the next couple weeks they do have the defending of their championships.
Literally on Friday.
I couldn't remember when it was, so I just said within the next coming weeks.
Literally this Friday on SmackDown.
They lose the titles, and then you have Rhea winning the Elimination Chamber to go on, and Tiffany comes and was like, hey, I never got my rematch. I want that now, the triple threat match at Mania. Which I wouldn't mind seeing. It's just, for me, I just don't want Jade to come out of it as champion. Nothing wrong with that. You want Tiffany, we know.
Dude, her title reign was actually pretty smooth.
Yes, it was, compared to a lot of the title reigns currently going on. Take us into our next match.
World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Finn Balor challenges the hometown man, your World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk. And this is going to be a really good match. Somehow Balor talked his way into a rematch for the World Heavyweight title after having lost that opportunity in his hometown of Ireland. Mm-hmm. In his home country of Ireland.
Yep.
Managed to get it. However, we do know the main event of WrestleMania being Roman versus whoever the hell walks out of this one.
Yeah, it's going to be Punk.
It's going to be Punk. Punk doesn't lose in Chicago.
No.
Saw an interesting stat. This is the first time he's walked into Chicago as champion.
It is, yes.
First time he's ever... Not the first time he's had a title match in Chicago, but this is the first time he's walked in as the champion. Mm-hmm. Which is pretty cool, actually.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, going into predictions, Tank stands alone as the only one to pick Finn Balor.
I believe he had a reasoning for that. Let me pull that up.
I know the rest of us going CM Punk, you don't jeopardize the current main event, him and Roman, because that's a really good way to print money. You're playing with house money at that point. I personally think it's going to be Punk, and then somehow Balor's going to talk his way into a Daniel Bryan situation and make it a triple threat match.
I totally see that, and actually Tank did not give me a reasoning on this. Just more or less, I'm going for that one.
Like, he's definitely... It's going to be a great match, because, like, if anybody watched that match back in Ireland, back a few weeks ago...
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful.
Dude, match was freaking beautiful. Balor showed why he doesn't really need the Judgment Day anymore.
Oh, no. And speaking of not needing the Judgment Day, I was going to get into... I think it rejuvenated Balor as a singles competitor. Oh, yeah, definitely.
And he's going to go into this... He's probably going to create more tension between him and the rest of Judgment Day, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
But he's going to try to go out and show that he can be world champion and he doesn't need anybody's help to do so.
No.
And then he's going to fall short.
So Desario did say there's not a chance in hell WWE is going to not deliver Punk versus Roman for the title at Mania. But Finn will have a great showing trying to send the Judgment Day away so he can do it on his own. This will lead to him leaving the group, taking on Dom for the IC title at Mania, taking Punk. However, I see it being a little different. I see him, more or less Judgment Day, him telling Judgment Day ahead of time, look, I want you to stay in the back. Them getting into a little scuffle, Punk trying to take advantage of it, but not being able to, and then this ends in a disqualification.
Because they're going to get involved regardless.
Yes, and the ref is going to catch it. That's the better stepping stone to push for him to be in the Bryan Day.
Be in that situation, make it a triple threat match, because, look, you didn't beat me.
No.
You didn't beat me clean. And Punk would have the same aspect if he were to lose. Because you only beat me because of Judgment Day. Mm-hmm. Punk has called Balor out on this on many occasions. He called him out about it literally this last Monday.
And then turned his back
2 weeks
to him
ago.
even.
Yeah. Dom trying not to break and JD looking at Dom telling him not to laugh when he got called a bobblehead was pure cinema. But alright, so from one championship match to another, go ahead and take us into the next one, because if I didn't give you this one, you probably would have stabbed me.
Oh yeah, I definitely would have. Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch defends against AJ Lee. This is AJ's first chance at a title in 10 years.
This is her first singles match in about 10 years.
In 11 years, roughly. It is her first singles match, but she hasn't had a championship in 13 years. Yeah, that's scary for me to say.
Dude, watching her promos with Becky, they've been interesting to say the least.
I will say that the last promo that she came out and did is the promo I've been waiting for. That's the AJ Lee I remember, and I feel like she just needed to get
her best ones
back into the feel of things because they were a bit choppy in the beginning. And as a hardcore AJ Lee fan, that's hard for me to say, but I will admit it was a bit choppy. And now that we have her here and she's gotten a lot more comfortable being in front of the fans again and holding the mic, I loved the promo that we got.
I think another promo since returning was Raw in Milwaukee when she talked about why she took the break. That she did.
No. Therapy. I
was in the crowd for that one.
I know. I'm mad.
Shut up. You got a shirt out of it.
I got a shirt. I didn't get the chance to see AJ Lee in person. Yeah, again. All right. Going into our predictions, we are split half and half. Entirely split half and half. You, Desario, Hex, and Cauldron are choosing Becky Lynch. The rest of us, me, Flash, Kirsten, Tank, are taking AJ Lee.
My heart wants AJ, but it's Becky. She's going to have some upper-handed tactic, like some sneaky little tactic to pull it off, and we're gonna get the rematch at Mania regardless, whether it be one-on-one or the fault line that me and Desario are going. It's gonna be a fatal four-way. Maxine, Natty, Becky, AJ, which honestly would be a phenomenal freaking match.
Well, I agree.
But let's call it for what it is. AJ's first singles match in 11 years. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna happen. Not right now. Plus, as much as I love Chicago, you know they're gonna pop hard as hell. If she were to win this, you're not gonna get a better pop if she wins this than if you wait till Mania to pull that trigger.
Oh no, I think this is the biggest pop you get. I think if Mania would have been like they did it in I think it was 27. I think it was 27. Was New York, New Jersey Mania? Or that was 28. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I would say it was 27.
That would have been perfect for the biggest pop for AJ because she's from Union City, New Jersey. However, this is hometown right now. She's got the advantage. So unless Becky pulls some underhanded tactics...
Which you know she will. Or at least she's going to try.
That's where AJ loses. However, AJ wins here. AJ retains at Mania because she is one of the only women that is undefeated at Mania. Boom. Or
if she were to drop the title at Mania, say it's Fatal 4-Way, she's not the one that eats the pin.
No, she's not. It's going to be Becky. Or it's going to be Maxine if they decide to do the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those are the only two answers you have. Because right now, they're strapping a rocket to Natty. She's doing a great job.
Dude, this is the version of Natty we have been waiting on for a really long time.
Otherwise, I don't see a reason AJ loses clean.
No.
If she does. But I see her, if she wins, winning clean because that's this version of AJ. Divas champion version of AJ, oh yeah, underhanded tactics. Beautifully. But she's a face right now. And this is what she's doing. I don't say you pull the heel trigger until after Mania.
Fair enough.
And that's where it gets back into her head, like, this is how I feel being a champion. This is what I remember. This is happiness.
But see, I don't think they're ever really going to turn her heel again.
I think
she's just at that point in her career.
Yeah.
Where the fans love her too much. Turning her heel... It'd be the John Cena effect. Like, there's no point.
I think she, personally, because I loved her so much as one, I think she does better as a heel than
she 100%. But WWE is not going to... If there's not a reason to, they're not going to do it.
And I think the the newer fans, the people who don't understand the hype behind AJ Lee, need to see heel AJ.
Man, go back and do your homework. Just go back and do your homework.
All right, take us into our next match.
Main event match, 6 men all looking for an opportunity to head to WrestleMania to challenge Drew McIntyre for the WWE title. All of which won their matches via won this opportunity via triple threat qualifying matches again on Raw and SmackDown respectively. Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Jey Uso.
Is Jey Uso one of the ones that you would switch out?
Jey and Cody.
I agree.
Jey and Cody. It should have been Bronson, but he got injured.
Yeah.
Like I read that report right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bronson was the plan.
Yeah.
And then he popped his bicep.
That dude is, like, really injury prone, especially when they start to strap a rocket to him.
Dude. I love the meme that Flash sent into our group chat. When you have no one left to attack, sad mask noises.
I saw another one that was
Rollins is injured.
Yep.
Granted, Rollins was also excommunicated from the
Yes. But that was because of the injury. They needed to pull the trigger somewhere.
Breaker is injured.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed is injured. And then it was the, 3 dragons.
Yep.
Badass dragons. And then the goofy one.
For the current vision.
Literally, the current vision is Logan Paul and Austin Theory. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Paul Heyman, how are you going to do this, man? I mean, Paul Heyman's...
Hey, if anybody's gonna figure out a way to make it work,
it's Paul Heyman.
It's gonna be Paul Heyman. Let's be real. He got Curtis Axel over.
Yeah.
He managed to get Ryback over.
Ryback was over before John Cena flushed him down the toilet.
And then what happened? He aligned with Heyman and somehow became relevant again. Just for that to split and him no longer be relevant.
You know why it became relevant? Because everybody watched the TV and cringed when he kissed Heyman on the cheek.
He became relevant because he was aligned with Heyman. If anybody's going to make this work and make something out of nothing and manage to find that one speck of gold in a pile of dog crap, it's Paul Heyman.
I agree. I
look at his track record.
Mm-hmm. I get it. I do.
He turns coal he
turns coal into diamonds.
CM Punk.
Yep.
Put him in the pressure cooker, and what happened?
He's where he is now, best in the world. Roman Reigns.
Nobody cared for him. He came back aligned with Paul Heyman. Longest reigning champion
in the modern era.
Mm-hmm. Brock Lesnar.
Wasn't Brock big before Heyman, though?
Because of college.
Okay, so not as big if he wasn't aligned with Heyman.
He came in aligned with Heyman. What happened? Now in the record books, the second youngest world champion that we've ever had.
All right.
Blockbuster main events.
Oh, yeah.
Curtis Axel, Intercontinental Champion.
On Father's Day.
In his debut match, as Curtis Axel, because I remember when he was Michael McGillicuddy.
You would be the only one, too, aside from Desario. I know the name. Like, I recognize the name, Michael McGillicuddy, but I don't...
Heyman...
I just started really watching then and paying attention.
Heyman really manages to make the crappiest situations work, and I don't know how.
Yeah. Kind of like me with life.
Touche.
Okay.
But, alright, going into our predictions. Me, and Desario went Cody Rhodes. Why? Because that's the storyline, and we're going to have the added Jacob Fatu triple threat match at Mania regardless.
I was going to read what Desario had said.
Flash, Cauldron. Yeah, Cauldron?
Yep.
Cauldron and Tank went the young OG, Javon Evans. I love the man. I would love to see him carry that mantle of youngest world champion.
It's not happened just yet.
But it's not his time yet. And I'm not saying he's not ready, because that man, since his call-up, has showed up and showed out, but he's locked into he's already locked into another feud. Mm-hmm. One. And two, what would you have to benefit from giving it to him right now?
Just the youngest.
Yeah, like
champion.
You have the youngest champion, cool. But like there's no real payoff.
No. Wait till the end of the year. We'll see where he's at and give it to him then.
Right. And then start building him for Rumble next year.
Yeah.
Like, granted, he just put on a phenomenal match with Kofi on Raw.
Oh my god.
And a lot of people saying, like comparing Javon to Kofi back in the day, because this version of Kofi ain't it.
If that ain't.
But like, think about how he showed up and showed out at the Rumble. Think of how Kofi has showed up and showed out at the Rumble.
I gotta say, in all honesty, this version of Kofi is more of a part-timer than they claim Punk to be.
That part. And with that being said, like, I also feel like Trick, he's gonna be ready for that main event spotlight soon.
Yeah.
He really is. There's no payoff to giving it to him right now.
No.
Randy can have an opportunity whenever the hell he wants. He's Randy freaking Orton.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
No.
I noticed with this one, nobody picked Knight and nobody picked Trick. I think we're all gunning for Knight to be Money in the Bank winner. Money in the Bank, he cashes in, he gets his title. Because right now, he has his own... Again, he has another storyline that he's dealing with. Yeah.
He's hunting down the Vision.
I mean, yeah. And even if you give it to
And right now, you are 3 less people to worry about, Mr. Knight. Hurry up and finish the job.
And even so, like...
You got Dirt 1 and Dirt B.
Even so, you give it to Knight at Money in the Bank, and he doesn't even have to hold it long. Make him a transitional champion, because right now, he's got everything to make him. He's got everything
to make him a champion, but you also should have pulled the trigger sooner.
Yeah, which is why he's only going to be a transitional champion.
Again, nobody wants to see Jey Uso.
No.
The disgruntledness of us having Jey Uso here. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot about Hex, Cursed, and Tank's other pick being Randy Orton.
Yep.
I knew I was forgetting something in our predictions.
You know...
My bad, y'all. Love you.
You know what's funny? Is me and Hex were actually talking about this. And she goes, I've gotten to a point... She's like, you've gotten to a point when... Or you've been watching it for so long when you want everything to go against Cody Rhodes. You get mad when he wins the qualifying match. And how big she used to be on Cody Rhodes and how much she used to love him. Her being now on the side of, I really did not want this to win.
No.
Is hilarious.
No, because right now, if I'm WWE, you know what my 6 are going to be?
What?
Aleister Black.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, I'd actually replace Randy Orton as well. I love him. But it'd be Randy Orton, LA Knight, Javon, Trick, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn.
You realize you said Randy Orton, even though you said you were going to replace him. You'd replace him with Aleister Black.
I'd replace him with Aleister Black, because that was his his qualifying match. What was it? Cody's qualifying match was...
Jacob and...
Sami Zayn. I don't know, it's supposed to be 3 from each brand, but screw you, give me Priest. Okay. I love that Trick Williams is in here. He beat Damian Priest in a triple threat match to him and Mello. I'm excited for this though, but somebody stated that this is going to be a big cutter fest, and I'm actually looking at it like you're not wrong.
Yeah, no.
Because you have the OG cutter, the Cody cutter,
and then Randy with the
RKO, and technically LA Knight's BFT comes to cutter.
Yep, because the way he positions it.
But it's gonna be a fun match.
Desario did say, should be fun with everyone that's in it. Also, the fun twist of how Cody has been acting very heel, in recent weeks. Taking Cody, but I don't see it being a one-on-one versus Drew at Mania.
They're gonna add Jacob. Mm-hmm. And if you want to sprinkle in just a little more, you maybe sprinkle in Sami Zayn and make a fatal 4-way. It'd be funny.
And Curse said, I want Randy, but watch them give it to Cody. So, that's kind of where his prediction comes from.
Yeah. like I said, it's going to be a fun match. I think they have a good crop of talent.
They definitely do.
For the 6. Because you have a good mix of new school, old school.
Old school, yeah. Definitely.
Like you have the old heads and Randy and Knight, Cody, Jay.
The ones who have been in this before.
Yes.
And then you have the ones who are new.
They did reference a lot of Chamber history going into all of this, you know. Jey Uso being in the only tag team for the men's side. For the men's side specifically.
Yes.
Only men's tag team Elimination Chamber, which was fun to watch.
Oh yeah, we need that again.
Oh dude, I would love for the tag team titles to be
defended
in an Elimination Chamber. Hell, we got the debut and, you know, the crowning of the inaugural women's tag team champions via Hell in a Cell. Or via Elimination Chamber, sorry. I'm getting my cages mixed up. I need to see Javon hit an OG cutter off the top of a pot. Because you know that boy...
That bouncy.
He if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be him.
Who takes it, though? It's got to be somebody that's tall, so it can't be Jay. It's got to be, like, Trick.
It's going to be Trick or it's going to be Randy.
Yeah. I feel like Randy would be the best one to do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, but that brings me back all the way back to their Survivor Series match with Randy going against the Judgment Day, and him just looking at JD. Yeah, I can do it. Just all right, you're gonna come from the top of the cage.
Oh yeah, when they gave us those behind the scenes, and they were like, he did the interview like, how did that come to be? He's like, Randy said he wanted to RKO somebody, get me thrown off the cage. We looked. And I just kind of fit because I'm the smallest. He literally, like, that was his whole thing. Him being the smallest. Him being the smallest competitor in the match at the time.
Yeah.
And the lightest. It
worked.
He was the one that was able to make it work the best.
He's also the one that kind of went, I'll do it.
Right. He 100% volunteered to just.
So, aside from those predictions, we do have one more prediction. If you guys have been paying attention to Raw and SmackDown as of late in the last week or two, you've noticed that there's been a crate, mystery box that has been backstage, jumping between the two brands. The date on it says not to open until 2/28/26, which would be the date of the Elimination Chamber. So, in true fashion for Wrestling Crossroads, I asked everybody to make their predictions on this.
As to what or who is in the box.
With a majority of us picking Y2J, and if you don't know who that is Chris Jericho, who is currently in contract with AEW.
His contract is currently frozen, so that time will be added to his current contract.
Yes. That being Hex, Cursed, and Tank, choosing Y2J. Cursed also has Edge or a new title.
It's not going to be Adam Copeland Edge. He, not only is still under contract with AEW, but I believe his contract is also frozen due to time being injured.
Cauldron has no idea, but he believes it is a person. Flash believes it is the Masked Man. Desario believes it is Danhausen because he said that it can't be Y2J, it has to be Danhausen because he's the only one that would survive the box 2 weeks.
For about 2 weeks now. I love everything about this, by the way. I love it for that.
I do too.
Very good, very evil.
Oh, I can't stand you sometimes. Me and you have chosen either Masked Man for yourself, going along with Flash, or a debut.
Seth Rollins. It's gonna be Seth Rollins.
You think it's Seth Rollins?
I think the Masked Man is Seth Rollins.
I don't know, because Flash for the longest time was saying it was Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller's aligned with the New Day, and he has nothing to gain from this. There is literally only one person with anything to gain attacking the Vision, and that is, I'm gonna take out the fuckers that took me out. They betrayed me. I'm getting my pound of flesh.
Unless you look at who he's mainly been attacking, the Masked Man, and that's been Austin Theory, who used to be Grayson Waller's tag team partner.
Really? Because he's equally gone after everybody.
I know, but if you look
Let's be real, they introduced the Masked Man at Rumble, and who the hell did he take out?
I don't remember.
Braun Breaker.
My brain had to compute for me.
What happened this last week Monday after the 6-man tag match when Logan Paul was talking about his smack? The masked man came out and curb stomped his teeth into the damn announce table.
Needs to put his teeth down his damn throat.
The only person that the masked man hasn't attacked, the only two, are Bronson and Heyman himself.
So is he aligned with Heyman?
No. I feel their time is coming. It's going to be Rollins. If you look at the way the masked man moves, how swiftly he moves, how quickly he's able, how beautifully he's able to deliver that stop, and how quick he is to be able to make that escape, it's reminiscent of Seth Rollins. It is Seth Rollins. I'm dying, and if it's not Seth Rollins, I will issue a public apology right here on the podcast. That or it's gonna be a new face to the company.
Yeah.
It's either a call-up from NXT, Ethan Page. Yeah. Hey, he just lost to the NXT North American title.
To Miles Bourne.
I know. I love that for him. Mm-hmm. Dude, him and his girlfriend are champions in WWE. He's dating Stephanie Vakir.
Oh yeah, I forget about that. I really do. I really forget that he's dating Stephanie Vakir.
Lucky bastard.
Can we also talk about the fact that Sol Ruka and Zarya just broke up?
Yes. Now I know this isn't an NXT show, and you know that's gonna be, but no, it might. I'm thinking it's Ethan Page. Ethan Page, and I have been saying this for about a year now, has significantly outgrown NXT.
Yeah. I mean, it can't be the current NXT champion because that would be perfect timing. Just, who the hell is it? Well, it can't be Joe Hendry, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, the box opens and it's Joe Hendry.
If that box opens and I might actually be a little upset. A little, just a little. I love Joe Hendry.
I know you do.
I'm gonna laugh, but I'm gonna be a little annoyed. All this build up for this? What the hell?
For the NXT champion, just that's it.
Like, bro, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. And by a little, I mean a lot.
I agree. Well, with that being said, that does conclude Elimination Chamber. We hope you guys enjoy it coming this weekend. Anything else? When do we come back? Aside from, obviously, the recap.
I don't know if we have anything coming up again.
I don't believe we do. I want to double check
because we're not covering,
I don't know.
We're not really covering AEW anymore.
Oh, we have NXT Vengeance Day, March 7th.
Okay.
So we have that.
Yeah, because we really only cover WWE at this point. You got to get back into the diversity aspect.
I mean, I would love for us to cover TNA. However, I never know when any of the shows are.
They typically land on a Friday.
And then it's usually last minute, and we can't get that.
Yeah, no. They typically land on a Friday.
Yeah, we gotta get better about that.
We gotta get better about...
But AEW, they just jump around so much with their storylines, it's hard to keep up.
I mean, eventually we'll bring them back.
Yes. I know we took a break because it was just way too hectic with them competing with WWE, so...
And it was literally, dude, we significantly got a lot of fatigue.
Yeah, we got really burnt out.
Experienced a significant amount of fatigue. It was gross.
All right. With that being said, we will be back sometime this weekend or next week to bring you guys the recap. We hope you enjoy Elimination Chamber just as much as we will. Laters.